Remember, you can pause anytime you need. 可以随时按下暂停键。Make sure have your tools ready. Okay, today we are going to continue to do the watercolor. Okay, so this is a drawing from last week. This is a 1-point perspective. So the vantage point is actually at the middle of the drawing. Everything goes smaller to the house. So that's one vantage point. And today we are going to keep practice one perspective. 1-point perspective. Okay? So this time we are not going to make the vantage point at the middle. We are going to make the vantage point at the side of the paper. Okay? So I have the points right here. Very small, tiny. I try to make smaller because we won't see it at the end of the drawing, but I just want to mark it down so you know that is my VP point. Okay, something right here. Don't touch the side of the paper. Okay, then from the point and here we are going to do a street. Okay, so that's my sidewalk. So I'm going to freehand it, touch the vantage point. Okay, and I want to have a driveway, sidewalk, and the front garden, and I'm going to do 2 houses, just 2. Okay, so I need to have one light, this one going down. So this is the driveway. Okay, that's a driveway. Then we need to have a sidewalk so you can walk on it. So the driveway is wider, the sidewalk is a little bit smaller, as long as the passenger can walk on it. Sidewalk. Okay, so we have sidewalk here, then we will have the sidewalk on the other side as well. Okay, so for now we have sidewalk, driveway, then sidewalk again. Okay, then we are going to have the front garden. So the garden in front of the house. Okay, so you can have your garden bigger or smaller, up to you, depend what kind of house you want to make. So I want to have the similar size as the sidewalk, so I have enough space for me to do the house. Okay, so I just divide the place. So all the lines have to go through the vantage point. So I have to make sure the line looks smooth and straight. Okay, that's the front. Okay, so you don't have to write down the word. I write it down because I want to describe it to you and make it more clear, but you don't have to write it. Okay, then I have sidewalk, I have the front, so which means I have the front on the other side if you have the house on the other side. Okay, then I want you to design the house by yourself. So I want my house like this high. Okay, then I'm going to grab the lines all the way to the vantage point. Okay, so that's my housing area. Okay, now double check, do you have everything? From sidewalk, driveway, side, from housing area. Okay, then we have the box. Now we have to start to do the detail. Okay, so we start from the sidewalk. So the sidewalk always a little bit higher. It has the height from the driveway to the sidewalk, right? So when you walk on the sidewalk, you feel more safe because you are a little bit higher than the cart, right? So we have to put a double line. Okay, so I make the line darker. I make the line not that smooth right here, so I'm gonna to fix it. As I said, we need double because we have the depth. So I want the depth like this big. And same thing, I have to make this point connect to the vantage point. So you see the depth looks smaller, smaller, and disappear. From width to small. Okay, and because the direction, we might not see the depth on the right side. Okay, because we are already standing on the right side, so we are not going to see the depth right here, but we will see it across of the street. So we will see the depth across of the street. Okay, and the sidewalk. Okay, and remember the sidewalk, it has something looks like the brake, right? It looks like a brake. So like the tile, they have to separate. They are not just a long concrete walk, right? So let me remove the writing. And so how can I add in the pattern? Do I add in the line looks like this, straight up? No, we have to do like the horizontal. So all the line looks like the horizontal line. Okay, no with the angle, nothing with the angle. It has to be horizontal. It has to be horizontal. Okay, so it will look like that. Horizontal. And getting smaller, because when the object more far away, it will look smaller. Getting smaller, and it is horizontal. So we will do the same thing on this side. Okay, let me clarify where we are doing. Remove the writings. Okay, the same horizontal. Getting smaller, the gap, the space is getting smaller. So it looks like the street is something disappear right there. Okay, when you finish the sidewalk, then you can decide to do the house. So I have to remove. So I want to see at least 2 houses. Okay, and you can do more. I'm okay with that, and I will be very happy you want to try more. Okay, before we start to do the house, we have to break the area, like vertical line, straight down. 1, 2, that's my number 1 house. Okay, so if between the house we have the space, right? The house is not going to connect to each other. That is the townhouse. So we are going to do the house by separate. Okay, so that's my number 1. I have space, and that's my number 2. Okay, so you see number 1 house looks what? Bigger than number 2, right? Because the perspective, it's very easy to tell you when you're standing on the street. The house more close to you looks what? More giant, more big. The far away, the last of the house, at the end of the house, looks like much smaller, right? So same right here. So my number 1 is bigger than number 2. Even I want to have my number 3 house right here. It will look even smaller. Okay, so now I want you to take some time and start to designing your number 1, 2, 3 houses. Okay, so you are going to have the house inside of the box. So we will do the number 1 house together. Okay, we will do it together. Then you're going to add the small detail, what kind of door you want to have, how big is the window, and how many room you want to have, something several like that. Okay, so let's do the number 1 together. So let me zoom in so you can see more clear. Okay, so that's good size. So this is the front of the house. Okay, so I want to make my house looks like this. So half of them like the garage, and the other half is the main house. Okay, so I'm going to straight down. So I'm breaking 2 parts. One is for garage, one is for house. Okay, so I will do it with the easy one with the garage first. The garage doesn't need to have a fancy roof. It has the flat roof, right? And it has the big door, so we can park the car. Okay, and we will have the driveway. So from here, and we have to do horizontal. From here, and we have to do horizontal. So we know on this area, we have to remove the sidewalk because here's the driveway. So we are going to erase the sidewalk. And to touch the driveway, connect to the driveway. Okay, see, all the way. Make sure I clean my pencil line. So finish the garage, then driveway, so to connect, so you can drive from the driveway all the way back to your garage. Okay, so we can design the house. So the roof, you can have your roof 1, 2, okay, so we can erase the box. I have nothing on top of the garage. I'm going to erase the box there and here. Okay, and the back of the house. Okay, now you can start to design your house. Okay, so what kind of door you want to have and how big is the window. So usually the door is beside the garage. Normally it will look like that. Okay, and you will have the path to connect to the right. I want you to design your house, but not too much small thing. Okay, if you want to add a statue, and I would say you can do that, but after. Okay, because I'm afraid we don't have that much time to do that such a small detail, but you can do that on your own drawings after the class. Okay, now we can move on to do the second one, or if you have the third one. So we're done with the first house. And I have to make sure I don't have that much fingerprint on it. And number 2. Okay, so see, I'm follow the line, like the diagonal line going down. And we will have the garage. I'm going to do 2 houses, okay? The back of the house. Okay. Then I'm going to erase my vantage point. So before you start to color, you have to prepare your watercolor paint and watercolor paper for short, your watercolor trayer so you can mix the color, a towel that is allow you to dry your brush. You can use the napkin if you don't have the towel to use, and the cool clean water. So make sure the water is no temperature, so you are not going to use the warm water or even the hot water, cool water only. And we need a big brush for big area, medium brush for medium area, and small brush for small area. Okay, but you have to look at your brushes. If your brush looks like this, looks like explodes, okay, then don't use this type of the brush, it's damaged. Okay, you can use this brush to color the grass or something rough. Okay, so now we can begin to color. Okay, so when your pencil outline ready and when your watercolor set is ready, then get your biggest brush. Okay, then we are going to brush the color with the sky first. So I have to give you some choice. If you want to have your drawing happen in the early morning, you can use the sky blue. Okay, and if you want to show the time is during the daytime, you can use the fresh blue. If you want to do it like the sunset, and you can use yellow, orange, red, and purple. Okay, so I will do the sunset one because it has more color. But if you only want to do in the daytime, then you just use the blue color and to blend the color from dark, medium, light, just like we practiced last week. Okay, so first, what kind of color you are choosing, clear water, brush at everywhere in the sky, only the sky area, okay? Only at the sky area. Okay, as I say, I'm going to do the sunset, so before the nighttime. So I'm going to start to use the yellow. If you want to do the same time as I do, then you have to wait when I finish and follow the same step. Okay, so we will need the yellow. So that's where is the sun. The yellow. Then orange. If you don't have orange, you can add a little bit red and you create the orange. Okay, orange. Then red. Then purple. Okay, so that's the color for the sunset: yellow, orange, red, and purple. Okay, then you may start to color your sky. Okay, so when you finish the sky, then if you're doing the same time as I do, the sky is sunset, yellow to purple, then we are going to do the similar color on the sidewalk and the driveway. Okay, but if you're doing the daytime, you are going to color your driveway and the sidewalk with the gray color, and you are going to color dark, medium, light, just like I'm doing: yellow, orange, red, and purple, from light color to the dark color. Okay, so I start with the yellow. The yellow doesn't look well, it looks green. Okay, so I'm going to color with the yellow. Okay, purple. So all the roads, all the path, okay, just like the sidewalk, driveway, and the connection between the garage to the walk, we all color with yellow, orange, red, okay? But if you choose the daytime, which means your sky is blue, then you are going to have light grade, middle grade, and dark grade. But remember, you are not going to color the black color, okay? So let me place my joint on the side for a while and teach you how to mix the gray color. Okay, so that's my color. So you need green. Okay, you need green color, red color, and navy blue. Okay, and you mix these three colors together. So now it looks like purple, so I need to add more green. Now this is a gray color. Okay, so the gray color, so I will say that's my base gray color. It looks so dark, so you have to make sure the gray color, the first gray color looks like this, then getting darker, and this is the darkest one. Okay, so let me drag it a little bit so you can see the real color. So I want to see light, medium, and dark for the gray color. So red, green, and navy. Mix these three colors together, then you got the gray color. Okay, so when the sidewalk and the driveway are totally dry up, you can start to color the house. Okay, so let's start to do it. So try to make the house looks clear, and remember, you have to choose where is the sun, where is the light source. So all the light on my joint is at the vantage points right here. So all the shadow on my house, it will be on the left side of the house. So left side of the house, the color should be brownish, grayish. The color won't see the clear because that is the shadow side. Okay, so all the color we can see is at the front only, but all the side should looks brownish, grayish. Okay, so you won't see that much detail. So I'm going to color all the shadow parts. See, the roof and the wall looks like the similar color because they are the shadow parts, and the light is very strong because it comes from the sun. So we won't see that much detail, but I would say leave the window white first. You are not going to cross over with the shadow. Leave the window white first, because if there's someone turn on the light inside the house, the window should see the yellow color or white color inside the window because the light is coming from inside. Okay, so you're not going to cover it with the shadow. Okay, so finish all the shadow parts. Looks like this. Then you can start to color your grass, your house, okay? But don't forget to do it dark, medium, lights, okay? So where's the light coming from? All the side more close to the light side has to be brighter. So I will show you on my front grass right here. Okay, so I start with the yellow because the grass a little bit yellow when the sun is hitting on it. Okay, the right side is more brightest, right? Because the sun is right at the right. Okay, then I'm going to have the green color. Even more. So you will have dark, medium, light. Then we're going to repeat the rest of it. Start from the yellow, greens. So today we are going to finish all the base color, and next week we are going to add the detail. Okay, so no rush. I know we have lots of things to do, but we will just finish all the base color. So we were going to add the break for the house, the texture of the grass, trees, even the land on the floor. Okay, so no rush. I should describe it earlier so you won't feel so nervous. So today we are going to finish all the base color. So you just blending the color, but we are not going to adding any texture. So next week we are still doing the watercolor to add in the texture for our joint. So don't forget to bring this joint, and we are going to keep continue to doing this. So you can design any color for your house, the door, the window frame, all the small thing. You can blend the color by yourself, but only the shadow part we are doing the same. Okay, all the shadow parts. Whatever you are doing in the morning, afternoon, or the sunset time. Okay, even you want to do the nighttime, we have to have the lens so you have the light source. Otherwise you don't see anything during the night. Okay. Okay, so we're done for today. We finished all the base color, and I know what color for my door, what color for my houses. Okay, then that's what we done for today. And next week we are going to start to add in more detail, such as the background. I will going to do some trees and bush. Okay, and the texture of the driveway, sidewalk, brakes, and grass. Okay, so we are going to spend more time on the detail next week so we can have a better joint with the higher quality. Okay, sounds good? Then I will see you all next week. When you complete your drawing, sign the name and write down the date. 完成画作之后，签下你的名字，更写上日期。Don't forget to take a photo of your drawing and send it to us. 不要忘记帮你的作品拍上照片寄给我们哦。And don't forget to clean out the table before you go. 不要忘记清洁你的桌子哦。Bye bye, see you next time.